Hi, this is Michael Munshaw, sketch card artist on Marvel Masterpiece and Marvel Premiere Cards. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May Santa leave the card of your dreams in your stocking.
Hello everybody, Ian Taylor here, live from Santa's Grotto at the North Pole, and welcome to the first ever Christmas episode of the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast, brought to you by the Marvel Cards Fan Collective, an awesome community of festive collectors and creators. You can find our two groups on Facebook, details of which are at the end of this podcast, so come check us out if you haven't passed out from all the eggnog. With me is my sleigh co-pilot in all things Marvel cards. He's the elf on my shelf and creepily watches as I eat, sleep, and shuffle my cards. It's Norrin Rad.
Hey.
Do you say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas to people?
Okay, I say Happy Holidays.
That's a very American thing.
What?
We don't say that over here. We say Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas. So is Happy Holidays designed to stop people from getting outraged because they're of a different religious faith?
You know, I know there's plenty of reasons for it. And I know some people do it just to be PC or whatever. But honestly, I kind of prefer the Happy Holidays thing because, I don't know, it's so sweet. You know what I mean? I feel like, see, in like America, so much Christianity is around in America.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks everyone's kind of Christian. So in America, it's kind of like I don't know. It just seems all inclusive. It seems nicer. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
That's my phrasing of it. That's my thinking of it.
Fair enough. And for a lot of people, the period starts from Thanksgiving. So it's kind of that season, isn't it? So it's the happy holiday season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to tell everyone where I am as we record this, Norrin.
Okay, good. I wasn't going to mention it because I didn't want to.
No. Okay. Well, I'm in my bathroom.
It's a nice bathroom, guys. Like, you know, like when you go to a person's place and you like sneak into the bathroom, like, oh, I have to go take a leak. And then you like kind of look in their medicine cabinet, you take a look at it. Mm-hmm. Like you really know someone's soul.
You can actually see.
I can actually see it.
There it is on the wall.
Nice circular mirror.
Good
nice
green towel going on there.
Nice. See, it's organized. It's clean.
This
looks good to me.
Is my toothbrush.
Wow.
One of them. Anyway, we've got two bathrooms. We've got one upstairs as well. So
I feel like I've seen something kind of I could never unsee. Does that mean no? Do not show me toilet paper.
Okay, that's good. Here? Well, anyway, cheers. Merry Christmas. So we've really got this.
I love how he has a giant glass of wine. By the way, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, you know, it's Christmas, isn't it? So
it is. It's hot. It's the holiday season, man. I'm in it.
Oh, I'm getting plummy fruit. Oh, with a slight hint of aubergine. Marvelous. Anyway, hello everybody, wherever you may be listening to this. This is our last episode of this year. And yeah, what a year.
A year.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been going a year, but this is our last episode of 2019. So, which will mean nothing for people who catch up on this and listen to it in August. But
that's true.
Merry Christmas.
It
is Merry Christmas. So, when we record, we are in December as we record, but this will obviously drop nearer to Christmas. What do you do for holidays? Do you go away? Do you stay at home with your beloved?
Sometimes I visit Miami. I just get away from everybody. I just get quiet. My wife and I get cozy and kind of just disconnect from the rest of the world for the week or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I prefer it. I like vanishing and coming back in. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're exactly the same. We decided last year it was just us here at home. My wife and I and my daughter, who was free last year, so it was proper first time she was really getting into Christmas.
Yeah. Aww.
So, but this year she's well excited. So
she gets it now. She's like really gets it.
Yeah. Well, she met Father Christmas today.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
They had a little school fete, and she met Father Christmas. one of the many that she will see over the coming weeks. Sooner or later, she's going to cotton on, but not for a little while yet.
She just thinks he has a lot of help.
He does have a lot of help. What we're trying to tell her at the moment is that he's everywhere, but hopefully that doesn't mean to say she'll grow up thinking that he's God and omnipresent. So the Christmas vibe certainly got off to a good start with Michael Munshaw and that spectacular intro to the episode.
Best.
Thank you, Michael. I love it. All the tinkly Christmas music. I can imagine him sitting there in his bow tie and his nice sort of James Bond kind of vibe going on. The reason I say that is because I'm looking at his Instagram right now, which is at Art of M2, which, given as we're screen sharing, I should probably get up for you. So let me do that.
I was just about to go take a look.
And you can see it yourself. No, it makes sense if only one of us drives, but I should have probably got this. Yeah. Only I should have got this ready before.
Doesn't matter.
So here we go. So if you look on his Instagram, that photo is so going in the tasting notes.
He looks great, man.
He looks cool.
He does look cool.
So Michael on his Instagram feed posted a photo of himself in a tux at some shindig a few weeks ago.
Got a Clark Kent going thing, man.
And boy, some of our listeners are going to be pouring at the screen because you're a fine-looking gentleman. Thank you, Michael, for that. Also on Michael's Instagram, it would be remiss of me to say that there is some absolutely stunning artwork as well, because Michael is a top-notch friend of the show. And I don't own any of your pieces yet, Michael, but I intend to rectify that in 2020. So yes. So thank you for that. Happy holidays, Michael. Hope you have a wonderful time with your family. We do have other Christmas love coming up during the episode.
Yes.
So at some point in the episode, I will just randomly stop and I will say, let's hear some more Christmassness.
I love that.
I will play some more Christmassness.
Jukebox.
Yeah. So who knows? It could be artists. It could be collectors. Could be anyone.
Let's do it.
Could be someone from my family come rushing in needing to use the toilet. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
As long as they say Merry Christmas, then we can put them on the show because thematically it connects.
Yep. So I did, although we do want to talk about some Christmassy stuff. Unlike the Halloween episode, there aren't that many kind of Christmas themed Marvel trading cards.
No,
we found out when we started looking, which is interesting because the comics have got quite a lot going on.
Yeah,
on the Christmas side,
they do a lot of holiday stuff.
Exactly, holiday specials and things like that, and also adverts. There's quite a lot of adverts back in the 80s and 90s for Christmas-related stuff that was in the books that used Marvel characters. Which I always love seeing that stuff. So, so I got a list. I got a list here, and it would help if I actually brought the list up on my screen because I saved some of this stuff. So first of all, there's a fellow, and I haven't told you I'm going to talk about any of this, but I wanted to. I've got a little list on my Facebook here that's called "To Talk About." So it's when I see stuff that I want to remember, because otherwise we're hopelessly disorganized and we'll forget.
Ah, you're so good, man.
Oh, mate, you have to be. And I wanted to give some feedback from, and I can't read it because my screen is too small, so let me zoom in a bit. There we go. So from our EPAX 101 episode, episode 24, a fellow, he's fairly new to the group, Alexis Paquette.
Oh, yeah.
Canadian fella. Good evening, Alexis.
Alexis.
It's Alex with an S, so it's not Alexis. It's Alex's.
I'll go with that.
Which is, I'm just going to call you Steve. So,
rando Steve,
just
poor guy.
I'm sorry. Alex has just left a note saying, as usual, great content. I love your work and effort in this group. You deserve a little recognition, I found. Well, hey, thanks very much. Send us a 50 or $20 bills work quite well. Norrin will accept smaller bills, but yeah, thank you for that. So,
only if you put him in my G string, and then that's the only way I'm doing that. Otherwise, larger bills are helpful.
Oh my goodness, we've suddenly turned into the Halloween episode as well. Oh, stuff and nightmares right there. So thank you for that, and you posted a rather nice GIF.
I did. Reply. I thought it was sweet.
GIFs are lovely.
I thought they're nice. I don't know. I pride myself on being a good giver.
You give good GIF. Yeah, you give GIF. Yeah,
I've
you
always
give
heard
GIF.
that.
You are a giffer.
That's what I've been told.
And then we had. Do you remember a little while back? While I find it, a little while back we had a fella on EPAX, so that he just started listening to us and he kind of started getting into cards because he heard the podcast. And he also left us a review on iTunes that we figured out must have been him because it was left the same day. Well, he got back in touch and turns out it was. Riddles in the Dark, I think your name is John. So here we go. He reached out to us again a few weeks back. Let me just bring this message up and basically said, hey, Ian, meant to write to you earlier to say thanks for the shout out on the podcast. I really got a kick out of you guys reading my review on the pod. One topic that may be interesting with Flair about to drop on EPAC is a segment on the pros and cons of physical versus EPAC.
Good
so
stuff.
we've kind of done that with EPAC 101, but I know that we've barely scratched the surface. So we're going to put a pin in that. And come in with. Did we both just make the same sound effect?
Yeah, we did.
That was pretty good. I like that. Jinx. He's gone on to say, is it worth paying a premium on EPAC for these trading with fellow collectors? I'm assuming the answer is yes for most people. And he goes on, there's a few more questions. Basically ends, keep up the awesome work on the podcast. It's really a fun listen and I'm learning a lot. So John or Riddles, whichever you prefer me to call you. I can call you Steve as well if you want to. But hey, everyone's Steve. You're Steve. Everyone's a Steve.
The episode of Steve's.
Were it not the Christmas episode, I would actually use that as the title.
Yeah, that would have worked, yeah.
It might still do. That'd be
Have a Merry Christmas, Steve. I don't know.
Merry Christmas, Steve.
Did I do it? I did
I think that's I was going to be listening to it going, who the F is Steve?
Well, giveaway. And if someone can properly identify who Steve is.
Yeah, it's like Spartacus. Everyone will be standing up and going, I'm Steve. No, I'm Steve. Oh, such a good film.
Yeah.
That's a Christmas watch. So thank you for that, John Riddles.
Thank you.
And we will come back to those questions on EPAC's 101 Part 2, which actually EPAC's 101 is actually, interestingly, I've seen some fallout from that.
About the episode?
About the fact that we've got someone hooked.
Oh.
So Greg McLaughlin of the Rebel Base Card podcast, it's kind of fair given how many Rise of Skywalker trading cards I've purchased in the last 2 weeks and how many Mandalorian trading cards you're having delivered.
Chapters.
Oh,
I'm so mad. I did it. I bought the poster. I bought the trailer. I bought all 8. I found some guy on eBay who gave me a deal on the rest. I just bought it.
How many episodes of the? They're called chapters, aren't they?
Chapters, yeah, chapters.
Yeah. So there's been 4 broadcast? 5?
5. I just saw the 5th one today.
Oh, see, the annoying thing is there is one character that appears, and I'm not going to talk about it because it vexes me. But that character, even if it is that character or whatever it is that resembles that character, is a well-known and loved Star Wars character. It's like the elephant in the room. But I refuse to acknowledge it because that image has gone global.
It's such a.
It's so annoying because it's like I'm trying to avoid spoilers. And it's like, yeah, okay, even though that it may or may not be plot centric, but it's
pretty. Wait, has it not released yet?
No, you remember we've talked about this. Disney Plus isn't out in the UK until 31st of March.
The 31st of March?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that far away.
Feel my pain, brother.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah. That I may or may not find an illegal way to download it, but please don't tell anyone.
Oh no, I would never. Who would know that?
Whoops.
Who would find that out?
Who would find that out? And then there's a fella who I started trading with him. That's right. I got a really good trade from the guy on EPACs, and it was something I posted in group. And I was like, and someone obviously saw it in group who I didn't know or don't know, who's a fairly recent person who joined. So I posted I needed something. Then I got a trade from someone. And they clearly had read that post.
Oh.
But I didn't know who it was. So I just posted on the group, oh, if such and such is in here, thank you so much for the trade. And he replied and said, oh, yeah, that was me. So we got chatting on Messenger. So he was asking for some advice about stuff because he kind of just wanted some value advice because he'd bought some sketches from Flair. That's right. And he had he was swapping a Chris Ballard sketch with an Achilles Kokonakis Spider-Man sketch from Marvel Masterpieces.
Oh.
And everyone on EPAX was kind of judging. In fact, I don't think they're his. I think it might be a friend of his. Anyway, of course, a lot of the guys on EPAX are mad keen on Mitch Ballard. And Mitch Ballard is absolutely great. Don't get me wrong.
No, he is.
Top-notch work.
100%.
But they are very, very keen on him on EPAX.
I think because he is kind of become this interesting advertisement artist for Upper Deck recently.
He does a lot of their EPAC exclusive sketches. So
I mean, he's like an exclusive kind of big deal.
Yeah. So we haven't really connected, but I've sent him a friend request on Facebook, and he's accepted, and seems like a nice enough fellow. And you see some
really
of the
nice.
you see some of the work in progress, and it is really good.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can imagine it's kind of like choosing a favorite child when someone offers you an Achilles Kokonakis Spider-Man sketch, which is equally good. Anyway, I'm gonna say hello to Zach Fearman or Feynman, who is a really nice guy actually, and we just got chatting, and I kind of steered him. Again, Mitch, no disrespect, but I kind of steered him towards the Achilles Kokonakis one, just because for me personally, it was the one of the two I kind of preferred. But that's the thing with sketches, is subjective, and it turns out that a lot of other people he spoke to preferred the Mitch one. So it's there's no right or wrong answer to that.
No, I mean it's whatever you like,
which is absolutely cool. So. And then I sent him a photo of my Black Cat by Achilles from Dangerous Divas Season 2, which is one of his portrait series.
That's one of the best cards I've ever seen, a Black Cat.
It's just stunning, isn't it? I'm just going to bring it up on my screen so you can see it in all its absolute gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
Glory. Yeah, that's probably in my top 10. Easily.
It would have to be. That thing is gorgeous.
So
good work.
I'm happy to own it. But this is the
love that piece.
Oh, that Black Cat one. Yes,
I think it's nice. I don't know what it is. I like it.
Yeah, no, we didn't talk about this on the podcast. So for those, sorry, I'm scrolling through my feed of messages with Zach, and I sent him a photo of day one when Flair dropped. The first box I had a sketch in, and immediately I got a trade from someone who didn't know I liked Black Cat, but offered me a Marvel Masterpieces Black Cat by an artist called Andrew Day, who I'm not familiar with, and it was an instant no-brainer. It was like, yeah,
for sure, 100%.
So Andrew, I need to find out more about you. But anyway, so this is the Mitch, which is a Marvel Flair one of Jane Foster's 4, and it is a really good sketch. It's nice.
It's a good Mitch too,
and he does
Lady
such
Thor,
detailed small work.
Or Jane Foster, I should say better.
Yeah, exactly.
She's beautiful. Looks great. Well, it reminds me of the backs of '92, which is the set you and I grew up on.
Yes.
So that's what I always think about. I really want to get a sketch like that.
Yeah.
Now that's Spider-Man.
Now this is the Spider-Man by Achilles.
I got to be honest. So. No disrespect to the Mitch. The Mitch is the best. That Mitch, that's probably one of my favorite Lady Thors.
It is.
But there's an amount of detail on the Spider-Man that I would argue is just more detail.
Yeah.
And for me, price point wise, and this is just how I value sketches. Other people don't have to value them this way. Not only are they subjective, but for me, a lot of times it comes with the amount of detail. If I see a sketch has a lot of detail, I tend to value that price point wise a little bit higher, especially trade wise as well. Just my opinion.
But this Spider-Man one from Marvel Masters is a frame with Spidey. So it's that portrait frame style that Achilles does so well. And then Spider-Man is kind of stepping out of the frame.
It looks awesome. Really, and the shadow drop on there looks cool. So and the close-ups in the background are beautiful.
Anyway, they're both top-notch sketches. So, Mitch, Achilles, I'll buy you both a pint, and we can talk about it. So,
the sketches are top tier, man. That's probably one of the hardest things I've ever seen to make a decision on. That's probably one of the hardest trades I've ever seen.
Yeah, It is. It really is.
That's a tough one.
So we just got chatting, and he was basically telling me a story, and I said, "Do you mind if I kind of share this on the podcast? Because I just think it's a really nice story, and seeing as it's a warming Christmas episode, I thought I would read it out." So he says, "We will. I recently jumped back into Marvel cards. We should try and edit some Christmas music behind this."
Oh, I could do that.
Not that I'm making more work for you, but hey. Maybe I could find some right now so we can do it straight into the edit. Christmas.
Oh, good. I could sing some.
Royalty free.
I have a beautiful voice, but
you could
not
sing
like anybody
some,
asks or
but,
anything. So,
well, we've both got beautiful voices.
But death. I don't. Well, I mean, my voice is ultimately like super amazing. You know,
it is absolutely amazing. Okay. So I'm just gonna play some Christmas music. That's a little loud in the mix.
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a no. I don't think we'll be playing that. No. We're going to can the Christmas music idea, folks. Just use your imaginations. Close your eyes and listen to the sound of my voice. I recently jumped back into Marvel cards before the MM18 release. I live in NYC and saw Metropolis Comics hosting Bianchi artwork around Comic-Con. Took a friend and we had a blast. So we went to that he went to that exhibition that Bianchi did.
Yeah, the one we got pictures from John Cuddly.
Well, keep going. So I started looking at what was going on since I stopped trading at around 10 in 1995. Oh, I feel so old. Loved, like everyone else, the Marvel Masterpieces 2016. Decided not to go for full sets. I have full sets from my younger days that I realised I didn't need new ones to sit with. That's very restrained of you, sir. That's
a good one, man. Smart move.
I decided not to go with a favourite character as I realised it's late to go back at this point.
Yeah.
Not sure I agree with that, but anyway. Plus,
it can be, depending, maybe.
Well, depends on what you want to go for.
Yeah, true.
If you want to own it all, then yeah.
Yeah.
But I did think of a character that no one else that I know of seems to chase, and it's a really obvious one.
Do you want to mention it, or do you want to chase it down first?
Well, no. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna. You know, I've got enough on my hands with Black Cat. I'm not aware of anyone who specifically focuses Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
I know one person does, but they're really picky on the name for Captain Marvel. But that's
there've been a fair few Captain Marvels. But
but that's a good one though. I mean, there's newer. I mean, the cool thing about Marvel Annual, right, is that we talked about this. I think you know when they introduce new characters and stuff. Yeah. Like I know a Howard the Duck guy character, which is really fun. I love Howard the Duck. It's such a good, just a funny character to collect. I actually ran into the other
Porker Spider-Man is mine.
That's a good one.
Spider-Ham. There we go. Yeah.
Spider-Ham. Yeah. There's some good characters out there that are still so fresh that collecting them all would not be terribly difficult.
Well, someone, Stephen Bagley, Bag of Fleas, which is, you know what? I think it's a very appropriate moment that we just take a Christmas break.
Christmas break.
Here we go.
Hi, everybody. This is Stephen Bagley, approved facilitator for CBCS Comics and Beckett Card Grading and Signature Authentication Services. I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. May all your card collecting dreams come true.
And yours as well, Stephen.
Good job, Steve.
So there we go. We're not making these people up. They do exist.
They exist.
They really do exist. So there we go. Thank you. That was random. I just thought, you know what? I mentioned
that was good.
Play it.
I worked on the show.
Exactly.
And they say you should have everything planned. Ha!
You should. Seat to my pants. Seat to my pants.
Yeah, seat to my pants.
Were I wearing any?
Jazz musicians, okay, guys?
Jazz.
Jazz is good. I like jazz.
Jazz. You've really got to get into that fast show. There's another character who is like a really what's the word? I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, he's a kind of a jazz critic.
At least you're in the right place for it.
Yeah, there is that. There's everywhere's the right place on that note. Anyway,
that's fair.
So when he's in a jazz club and he's sitting there and he's like, he looks at the camera and he's got this smoking jacket on and these like sideburns and it's kind of one of these 70s jazz programs. He just looks at the camera and goes, "Nice," like this. It doesn't work at all in translation, unfortunately.
That's funny.
So they're getting a lot of royalties from us posting these links.
Oh yeah, yeah. Blu-ray sets are going to come out. We're going to
They are.
commentary the behind the scenes and stuff. It's going to be pretty great.
So anyway, I realise it's too. So back to Zach. I realise it's too late to go with a favourite character. Plus, I'm sure people have dibs on my favourites, and are not trying to pay premium fees. But I love the artwork of some cards, so decided to go for cards that I like and use creative ways to display them. Absolutely bang on. Just go with what feels right to you. Yeah. Thanks for letting me ramble. So I grabbed the tier 4s of MM16 and 18. Whoa,
Damn.
that's big boy pants time.
That's a jump.
Just a touch.
I'm not going to collect anything crazy. Don't worry, guys. But I did get tier 4 of M16.
If that's the only thing you're going for, then
you're a beast, man. That's
You're a
already.
beast.
I don't even have that stuff. That's good.
That's good. Now trying to go for the photo variant stained glass, as I love the art form.
Because
so
that's awesome.
interesting. So yeah, I thought that's really nice, Zach. Thanks for that.
That's a good pick. Those are good inserts.
And then he shared some photos of himself at the Metropolis exhibition. I don't know which of these people is Zach. I will say it's either the guy with the shorts and the blue hoodie, or it's either the guy in the black. I don't know which of these people it is. But
let's take a bet, 50-50. Who do you want?
No, that's him. No, it's the guy in the black. Because there's a photo of him on his own. He wouldn't send a photo of his
Colossus.
mate on his own. So he's got a photo of him in front of the Colossus. But then this one, he's got a photo of himself with Simone. Simone is just doing the whole gurning at the camera. But look at the paintings behind him.
He's the best. Look at that Psylocke.
Oh, there's that Wolverine that we keep talking about just there.
The Wolverine. That Wolverine has to be one of my favorite Wolverines I've ever seen.
I wonder who owns that.
I know. It went to somebody.
Yeah. Anyway, lucky people. So yeah,
I know who has the raccoon. Rocket.
Yes, so do I.
And I know we know who has the Namor as well.
Might be the same guy.
I think it is.
Yeah, he's in the group.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Yes.
Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's
Namor
in the group.
though. That Namor is freaking dope. That's a great Namor.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
Yeah.
So what else? So Zach, thank you for that.
Thank you, Zach. That's awesome.
Then there's someone else, and I can't remember what that means, so I'm not going to look it up now. And then this is where I actually apologise to a listener and a guy in the group, one of the OG guys in the group, actually called Danny Simon.
Oh,
and
Danny.
Danny, oh Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
I don't know any other part of that song, but I like that part. I haven't spoken to Danny in forever.
So basically, Danny, here we go. There was the whole music while I scrolled through his photos. He sent us some Halloween pics, and I forgot to include them. And I found them the other day when I was looking through the messages.
They're good too.
And they're really good. So Danny, apologies. So we're going to have a little bit of Halloween at Christmas, which, as Jack Skellington will tell you,
Thank you.
Perfect.
It is.
So he sent us. So we're going to have some Halloween sketches on the Christmas tasting notes, which is going to confuse everybody. But the episode's already going to have the word Steve in the title. So I think that
it's all about
already
confusion at this point.
That ship has already sailed. Well, it's kind of making them look over there while we do something over here, like magicians do, sleight of hand and all that.
I love it.
So anyway, he sent a Morbius sketch.
Morbius looks good. That's a cool action pose too. I love that.
That's
that's
really
reminiscent
nice
of the Joe Jusko pose, right?
Yes.
Nice.
That's the idea of those.
Love it.
And that's from because 2016. So all the sketches in 2016, they could be different characters, but the poses had to be specifically reminiscent of certain cards in the original Masterpieces 92 set. And this is by an artist called Ian. It begins with a Q, but I'm going to say you pronounce that Kirante.
Kirante. I've spoken to him. Really cool artist.
Oh, really? Oh, we got to get him on.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but really cool.
Morbius. So that's a nice one. And then he sent another one, which I believe is Man Thing. Yes.
Oh, what a cool close-up. That's awesome.
Look at that. Look at the eyes. So
the red kind of glow. It's gorgeous.
I know. So again, this will be on the tasty notes as we start to call.
I like Man Thing. I think it looks cool.
And this is by Brodie Williams.
Do we know Brody Williams?
I've never heard of Brody Williams, but that's the beautiful thing about these cards is that there's so many people. There's artists we never hear of. I was scrolling through EPACs looking at the artists on Flair, and I was thinking, I've never heard of these people, so I've started following them from the podcast Instagram account, and I've only got like 10 artists in because it takes a while to actually find them because they don't always go by the names they're on EPAC.
No, they don't.
So yeah, and then I received in the mail my Black Cat Marvel Premiere color box. Which you saw me post, and it is thick. I'm talking thick. I mean, it's a meaty
they look
wedge
like
of card.
massive cards, man.
Yeah, it's normal trading card size in terms of front, height and width.
Right.
The depth of it, because it's so thick, because it's got
Is that going to be like a 180 point?
Oh, it's more. I think it's 220.
Get out of here!
Yeah, no. Someone we did this on the episode where we reviewed Flair. I put a photo of someone who'd put it up next to a size gauge.
Oh,
tasting notes. Do you remember?
And, I do.
But when I posted it on Facebook, someone said it won't be too long before they're doing cube cards, and I quite like that idea. Cube.
Oh, cube cards.
Wouldn't that be nuts? I mean, it'd be a storage nightmare.
That would drive me nuts.
Yeah, but good for display.
Very cool for display.
Yeah, they're going to do it sooner or later. Of course
they're going to do something with size.
Yeah,
I mean, we already have.
They did totems. There's no stopping.
Oh, what's his name? Who does the 3D ones?
One of the Racho family.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, there was a family of artists, and it is literally a family. The surname Racho, Racho, and they are very prolific. There's a lot of them about, and each time I think I know who they are, another one pops up. So, and I think it is father and sons plural.
I think
you're right. There might be an uncle in the mix as well.
Wow.
But there's Ray Racho, there's Dominic Racho. I think Ray's the daddy. There's Dominic Racho. There's Helmet Racho.
Oh yeah.
And there's someone else as well.
Huh.
There's at least 4 of them. But that's kind of a superhero team. Anyway, those guys do kind of 3D cards.
Yeah.
With lights and things coming out of them. So they do it on the official sketch stock, but they just pimp it.
Yeah. They
really go. Oh, they're beautiful.
They're cool, man. They're such nice pieces.
They're beautiful looking. Yeah. So Christmas. Should we have another Christmas message?
Let's do it. I think it's time.
Let's see what we should have. Well, seeing as we're kind of at the point where we're about to dive into the Christmas theme part of the episode.
Let's do it.
There's a piece of audio here that would go quite nicely in the middle of the episode.
Hi, everyone. Andre Osh here, unofficial Canadian correspondent for the Marvel Card Collectors podcast. I just want to take a moment to wish everyone a Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas. And don't forget, kid, every time a bell rings, somebody got a hit on EPAC. Now, back to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast studio with Ian and very special guest star, Scarlett Johansson. Wait, no. Robert Down? No. Norton Rad. Back to you, Ian.
Isn't that brilliant?
He's the best. Okay. That's amazing.
And that's why I wanted to play it in the middle of the episode.
Message. We appreciate that.
That's really good. Andre.
It's funny. I get confused for both of those actors all the time.
Andre Orsh.
Quite often.
Andre, as you know, you can find him on Instagram. If you don't know, you should do, because he's done 2 openings for our episodes. You can find him on Instagram at Dre Studios, DRE Studios, all one word. And I'm duty bound to inform you that his Instagram says at the top that his commission list is now open. So pause this podcast, go and get something commissioned, and then come back.
He does some of the best sketches, man. I love his Gambit. I love it all.
Yeah, nice stuff. Look at these progress shots.
Great Batman too.
They're really nice. Not nice.
Marvel, but great.
So, hey, not everyone can be, but you're marvelous. So,
aww,
So, Norrin,
Yes.
it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day as I speak. And
It is.
hang on a minute.
Who's that?
I think it might be time for Christmas dinner. And the guests have arrived. So
Yes.
we had a conversation about this and we primed it. So it's Christmas dinner and you're holding a dinner for 9 people because that's how many can fit in a 9-card pocket Ultra Pro sleeve.
You just have it all covered, man.
I just like the number 9. What can I say?
No, 9-page though. I'm
So,
in 9-page.
Now one of those is you.
I've
So
been
you,
invited.
so you can have, yeah, of course, it's your party, it's your house. So
sometimes
you're there.
I've
Because otherwise,
been in awkward situations where that's happened, but whatever.
Yeah,
we won't talk
yeah.
about that.
yeah, there was
But
one
yes.
time when I gate crashed a party in Edinburgh and I was hopelessly drunk, and I was asked to leave. Anyway, we won't talk about that. That's not this party. This is Christmas Day. Yeah. Oh, my Edinburgh stories. I went through a phase of going to Edinburgh and getting quite drunk and then leaving.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've put me off now. What was I talking
No,
about?
no,
Oh, yes.
we're at the dinner. I'm sitting there.
So
I'm
you
invited.
can, and this is like that game where you can have a dinner party and you can invite anyone you want, alive or dead. Now, the key for this one is because we're the Marvel Card Collectors Podcasts, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the MCC Pod, people, or email us, the mccpod@gmail.com. Did you like what I did there? That was good. That was subtle.
Love that.
That was very subtle. You can invite to this dinner party anyone creating Marvel cards, alive or dead.
Whoa.
Now, that's quite a big spectrum there, because creating Marvel cards could mean that you're a base card artist, could mean you're a publisher, could mean you did a sketch card once and never again.
Damn.
So, who's going to go first?
So
Now-
are we doing a shared 9 or are we doing only 9?
Well, no, I've got my 9.
Oh,
Have
so
you made
have
a
your
list of
own
your
party.
9? Yeah.
We're not even celebrating together now.
Well,
Now you're over there doing your dinner and I'm over here doing mine. What if we have the same guest? Like, do we have different times?
yeah, it's going to have to be one of those things where you do one family in the morning and one family in the afternoon and just drive between them and have 2 Christmas dinners. I've never done that.
I call afternoon.
Okay.
Dibs.
I call morning. They'll all be drunk by the time they get to you.
Great.
So,
all right, you go first.
right, we'll take it in turns. We'll take it in turns. Okay.
Okay,
So my
let's do
first guest, I'm just starting with the OG, Stan Lee. Stan Lee is coming to dinner.
Start.
Stan Lee is coming to dinner, if only so that everyone else can just sit around and listen to his stories. But I think he'd be quite cool just sitting there, doing his thing.
Obviously, yeah.
And I'm talking Stan Lee kind of in his old age, but while he was still with it, because he was, he wasn't able to see or get around that well. He kind of lost his energy.
I would
in the
want
last
him
few
to be
years.
comfortable.
So
yeah.
I'm kind of thinking early noughties, Stan Lee.
Oh, that's a crazy Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got the age thing going on, but he's still got vim and vigor.
I like that guy always had vigor.
He always had vigor.
Okay, that's a good one. That's okay.
Now,
All
he
right.
counts for obvious reasons, but of course he did do sketch cards.
Yeah, he did. That's
and
actually
he has
brilliant.
a sketch card of him in Marvel Universe Series 1 from 1990.
Yeah.
So Stan Lee is at the table. Now,
That's a good one.
there we go. That's my first. How about you?
All right, Stanley's actually on my list, but I'm going to change it.
No. You don't have to. You don't
Okay.
have to. So
Yeah, I
Stan Lee
did
can
OG.
come to yours as well.
I did OG. Yeah, I just
Okay.
don't want him to be tired from the first one. But if he is coming to both parties, then I'm happy.
It'll be
with it.
fine. Well, we can have a little nap between the two. And remember, this is
Yeah, that's true. I
early
gotta
naughty
guess
Stan Lee.
That's totally
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
that's
this
good.
is fine.
So Stan's at my party as well.
hmm
He says I can call him Stan. So that's me. Your turn.
Okay. I call him Sir. Anyway. Oh my goodness me. Now I've completely forgotten this guy's surname, so I'm gonna have to look it up.
Wow.
No, it's not that. It's just that I've written it down, but I'm pretty sure I wrote it down wrong.
That's fair.
So you go with your second while I'm looking up
Okay.
the name of the guy that I'm inviting to my house, which is really bizarre.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Dave.
Oh,
I know I gotta go with Dave. I like Dave.
Good.
Dave's really cool.
Good choice.
So I'm going with Dave. Dave DeVries.
That is absolutely wonderful. Dave
He's my homie.
DeVries. Yeah, no, Dave would be a really good really good party guest.
He's a good guest, man. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Dave's really cool.
Absolutely. Oh, Dave. Hello, Dave.
Maybe he's a package deal with Tom. I mean, maybe him and Tom both come. I don't know, but I don't want to give up a seat. But Tom or Dave Tom.
Yeah.
Like if they came up like
Dave
as
Tom.
a group, then I would have to I'll get a separate chair from like the living room or something.
That's
so
fine.
I am cheating technically.
No, that's fine. I've got a cheat on my list as well.
Okay, good. So that's my cheat. That's Tom Fleming
That's
and
fine.
Dave.
That's fine. Okay.
There you go.
Boy, that's a party already. Call it quits there. The man, the legend that runs Rittenhouse Archives, Steve Charendoff.
That's a good
really,
pick.
really, really want that guy there because he has presided over what I think is probably the longest tenure of license holding for Marvel cards. Now, Upper Deck have had it a few years, but obviously, then they presumably, unless the license goes elsewhere, will catch up to Rittenhouse. But and a lot of the companies in the 90s, of course, changed hands, changed names, reformed, reshaped. You could argue that they were still the same company. They just, changed who owned them. But yeah, I really, really, really just want to sit down and chat to.
That's a great
freaking
pick.
Because he, if you look at his bio on the Rittenhouse Archives Rittenhouse Archives website, the wine is kicking in, ladies and gentlemen. Sci-fihobby.com. He used to work at Fleer Skybox in 94 to 99.
Oh, wow, the prime years.
So he will have tales from that kind of age as well.
So when you look at these names, do you think to yourself, God, I wonder what things they must have?
Yeah,
like collectibles.
I do.
Because I drool on myself thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy to me. Because in my mind, I'm like, I want to go to their house and just check it out. Like, I want to see what they're
You're already face down in the dinner.
I am.
Really?
I'm a mess.
Okay, that's fine.
Got my shoes off, and I'm just drooling on the tablecloth. It's just what's happening. You're welcome.
You go with your next one, because I can't talk for a moment.
Okay, I'm going. All right, I'm going to go with, I want Julie Bell.
Oh, yes, she's on mine.
Julie Bell's on mine. She's usually cool.
Yeah.
Again, a double-seater with Boris, obviously.
Now, that's what I had on mine. That was my cheat.
Good, so that's perfect. Okay,
that was my two-header. But you've already had a two-header. I'm not sure you're allowed to.
Two-headers. Damn it. I don't want to pick.
No. They can both come. They can both come. It would be rude.
We're making exceptions.
Yeah. One of them can sit at the dinner party and one of them can paint me.
In the nude.
That was weird. Anyway, trust me, the beautifully physical specimens that they paint, I don't believe they'd want to have their eyes on my saggy old sorry flesh.
Man, your skin is so shiny.
Oh, thank you.
That's gross. I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to the turkey. Julia Bell and Boris, yeah, they were on my list. Yeah. And my next one. Good evening, Joe.
Joe.
He's got to be there. He's got to be there. Masterpieces 92, 2016, sketch cards on other sets.
I feel like he's one of those guests where you're like, if Joe can't come, like maybe on the 23rd, but he can make it on the 22nd, you're like, you know what? Let's move the party to the 22nd so everybody can be there.
Joe strikes me as the kind of guy who'd probably help with the washing up as well.
I do see
he
him
wouldn't
doing
wash though. He's dry. Yeah. No, he'd dry. Yeah,
he's a dryer. You call it. Yeah, I'm with that.
He is. I also like to think he's probably pretty good with a carving knife.
He has that body for it. You know what I mean? Like those shoulders, I can see him carve the turkey and be fine.
Yeah, he'll carve the turkey before you've had a chance to shut the door. So anyway, Joe, thank you. Welcome. Hope you're good with a carving knife.
We built you up, so there's a lot of pressure on you now.
Yeah, no pressure. Your next one.
My next one? Okay, so I kind of have a huge crush on this artist's work, just because I don't know why aesthetically it does it for me. But Andre Toma.
Oh, nice.
I know. I don't know. I like his work. I've spoken to him. I've done commissions with him. He
Very
seems like a
nice.
dude. I'm into it. I'd like to hang out with him.
I'd like him to do an intro for our podcast.
Me too. I know he's busy. Let me hit it. I gotta hit him up again.
I know he is.
Gets
I know he
busy.
is. Listen, I don't want to pester anyone up.
No. But he'd be good at a dinner party for sure.
He would be good at a dinner party. There's
think
one artist who I've been reached out to a few times, and they're just so busy. I've kind of eased off because I don't want to get to the point where we're annoying anyone. If they're busy, they're busy. You know.
I'm sure they'll remember and come back if any.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I just don't want to be annoying any more than usual. That's a really good choice. That's a really good choice.
That's a good choice. I think it's a good choice.
So on my spectrum of artists that just seem to come back to your collection, and this is my second doubleheader.
Whoa.
Both of their surnames are Miller. That's how I get away with that. They're not related,
That's a good one.
but in my head, they could be. So the first one is Mike S. Miller, who I've talked about him before, and he's done some of the most amazing
good stuff.
ink black cats, just like not color. They're just wonderful. And the other guy is Stephen Miller. He's both of them, and I just think them and Joe would just sit in the corner and hang out, and Dave would be at the bar. So this is good. This turned into a big party. Actually, this has turned into. I think we've just merged. No, I think we've merged. I think our parties have unintentionally merged.
Let's just hang out.
Let's just chill.
Hey,
you know,
there's a front and back to a 9-pager.
There is. Wonderful. Right, we're doing that then. Your next one.
My next one. So I had Joe. So you picked Joe. Okay, I got one crazy. Nar.
Ooh. Hello. That's a bit tasty. Julio. Is it Julio or Julio?
Julio.
Julio Nar.
God, I hope it's Julio. It's Julio.
It is now.
Yeah. Forever now. Yeah. I go Nar. I want to see that. I want to see that happen. I think that'd be kind of cool.
It's cool. And you know, I want to see him talk to Stan Lee.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
In fact, I could imagine Stan Lee, being charming AF to
for sure.
To everyone, just generally, but just I can imagine everyone just sitting around, just listening to him.
Yeah,
because he'll have some stories. But my next one, I'm going old school here.
Go,
because I felt I needed someone with pedigree. I felt I needed someone who was kind of one of the people that may have put sketch cards on the map.
Oh,
did put sketch cards on the map. Marie Severin.
Damn.
She's Marvel lore. I mean, she was there. I mean, she was heart and soul. She worked with all of the people that, Stan Lee. She worked with.
There's a great autograph card of hers from MCC 98, right?
Yes.
I was thinking about putting her on my list. Damn, that's a good one.
All those sketches. Well, I was thinking I need to balance it out a little bit because there are a lot of fellas on the list, and I was kind of thinking I want to balance it out.
I have a couple of female ones.
Yeah, and I couldn't choose. That's the thing. I kind of get. Yeah. And there's people I couldn't leave out, and they just happen to be fellas.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Because if I also my shortlist. I did whittle this down. And I had other people on there equally deserving. But yeah, I think Marie would just have some really cool stories. Unfortunately, she's passed away now. But this is a party where anyone can come.
Anyone.
Next.
That's a good one. All right. Let me do another female artist I madly respect. Megan Hedrick.
Now, bless her. That Megan's the one that I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to chill out because she's just so busy. She's been really nice and she wants to do it, but she wants to come.
Yeah,
on.
no,
she's just.
She gets busy. Really busy. She just gets.
But she just does some amazing work.
I know I love her stuff. I really love her stuff. It's funny. I only collect the Surfer, but when I see her pieces, I kind of want to have like a 9-pager of her stuff. But it's just always demands such a high price. I just can't go after it. But
as I think about it. I don't think I've got any of her work.
It's too high of a price for me. I keep finding pieces I like. She did this great Kitty Pryde and Colossus and some other ones, but there's some collectors out there that do like her, Tan, Anthony Tan,
Yes.
and Nar, and they also do Danny Kong. How
Oh,
do you say
yes.
it? Is that how you say it?
Kwang. I think
Kwang.
you're thinking of, yeah.
Kwang. And those artists are always considered like
Mm.
royalty in terms of sketch cards because of the amount of detail they put into their cards.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, the collectors who have those cards are on top of their game, so it's hard to break in. Plus, there's the price point on that; it's just too much to swallow sometimes. But all great artists. But yeah, I would want her there. I like her work a lot.
Good. Okay. Well, I'm going to get the party started with my penultimate one.
Oh shit!
Al Milgrom.
Damn, I knew you were going to pick him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because my next pick would be John Buscemi.
Oh.
So.
I struggled actually. John Romita was on my shortlist, but I had to go with Al because of Black Cat.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
I had to,
makes sense. Hard decision.
stay with that, but Chris Bacalo was on my shortlist.
Man, I'm like 3 seconds from like commissioning him.
Mark Texeira was on my shortlist.
I love him. I'm so mad at Kevin One for having all those amazing pieces.
I've got some Mark Texeira cats.
Say what? You do?
I've got some. Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 of them.
Beast.
Yeah, I'll have to dig them out and show them to you. So my last one, it's someone who I think has just been very influential, especially recently. It's you.
Is what?
It's you.
You're inviting me?
I'm inviting you. You're one of my 9, although we've probably blown that number out of the water. But yes.
I have no idea what number we're on.
No, I think we're just listing people we like now.
Yeah, I think that's what this did too. Well, you're one of my 9.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my. No, and you'll always be one of my 9.
Stop it.
At this point, I think we're going to break for a commercial break before our listeners absolutely throw up all over their iPhones.
That's fair. That's good.
Hello, everyone. This is Kevin One, wishing you happy holidays. And remember to enjoy collecting.
Nice one, Kevin. Although the enjoy collecting was a little bit sinister at the end there, but I love it. No, it's really good. Really good.
Sinister
collecting.
Sinister's an awesome X-Men character, by the way.
Oh.
I don't know what it is, but he's one of my favorites. Him and the pterodactyl. What is it? Sauron?
Sauron. Yeah.
Sauron. I always forget how to pronounce his name. I like those 2 guys. I don't know. I've always liked those villains.
Have you read House of X, Powers of X? Otherwise known as Hoxpox.
I haven't.
Mate, seriously, read it.
I'm waiting for the paperback. I'm gonna get it.
Get it. It's just astonishing. But Sinister's in there, and he plays a really key. I mean, there's a lot. Virtually there's loads of X-Men in there you'll have forgotten existed, who all play key roles. It's really good. It's a real, it's just good. I love it.
Oh, that's exciting. All right, I got to get into
that. Funnily enough, on a Christmas episode, it's kind of a traditional thing in the UK. There are certain films that are always on TV at Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And one of the traditional kind of things at Christmas is having Bond movies at Christmas on telly.
Really?
Yeah, just it's one of those things. Obviously, you have Disney films and you have the premieres, but invariably they'll play some old 1960s or 70s or 80s James Bond.
That's kind of cool.
Like 3 o'clock on,
That's awesome.
On one of the days between Christmas and New Year. The reason I mention that is because, of course, it's a rather tenuous link to the fact that between Christmas and the fact that the new Bond movie trailer dropped. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did see it. Time to Kill.
What do you think? Yeah. No Time to Die.
Time to Die.
Yeah.
So what you ask me? What I think?
Did you see it? Yeah.
I did see it. It looks good. Good.
Got my tail wagging. I'm mad, Daniel Craig fan.
I mean, I'm always into that, though, for sure.
I'm really looking forward to it. No, the thing that made me realise that is my phone just pinged. There's a movie group in the UK, and someone was asking, who do you think will do the new theme song? And people started answering very, very seriously, properly. And then it got silly very, very fast. Someone, I'll give you an example of silly. Motorhead. Foo Fighters is actually a good one. S Club Juniors was one of the suggestions. Who else did we have here? S Club Juniors.
Sesame Street would be a good one.
Paula Abdul, someone suggested.
Paula Abdul would be great.
I had a real thing for Paula Abdul.
Oh, yeah, who didn't? One step forward, two steps back.
I think I still do.
Paula.
Yeah.
My crush, musician-wise, was Shania Twain, as ridiculous as that is, and I guess not ridiculous, and Posh Spice. I'm a Posh Spice kind of guy. Victoria.
Wow. I saw the Spice Girls.
Did you really see the Spice Girls?
Yeah, I did see the Spice Girls in 1998 or 99. Jerry had left, and it was the four of them, and it was at Earl's Court in London, and it was in the round, and I was about 10 rows back.
Wow.
And it was really good. I went with did I go with the former future Mrs. Taylor? I think I might have done. And there were a lot of young young girls in the room. Like, obviously, young girls
I would
wanted
think
to go
so.
and see them. But I think their dads were taking them rather than their mums because of Baby Spice.
Why was everybody into Baby Spice?
Why not?
Was that your favorite?
I don't know I don't think I ever had a favorite.
You just like them collectively?
No, it's not that. I did meet Jerry Halliwell about 3 years ago, and she's tiny. She's really small. I mean, she's really small.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, okay. We've gone off on a segue. Nothing to do with Christmas.
Sorry.
Nothing to do with Marvel cards.
There might be a Marvel Spice Girl crossover one day. I don't know. Then the show will be relevant. Who knows?
I'm gonna leave you the fact that someone suggested that Metallica. And actually, that's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous at all.
It's not ridiculous. Anyway, I can see that.
And someone has actually suggested Emma Bunton.
Oh, really?
Do a Bond thing. We have another Christmas message.
Another Christmas
just
message.
To pull us back. Now, this is from another collector, another guy in the group.
Hey.
So let's see who it is.
Hello, everybody. This is Matthew DeMars. I just want to wish you and your family all a very Merry Christmas, and I hope that Santa brings everybody something to mark off their checklist. Merry Christmas, everyone.
That's brilliant. I could listen to that accent all
That
day.
was brilliant.
I mean, his wife does, but I could listen to his accent.
Christmas wish.
That is nice.
I give it to that guy. Like, we're stuck in a room. They're like, okay, one Christmas wish can save humanity.
Okay. Here you go, then.
You make the answer.
What's your one item you get as your Christmas gift on the trading card spectrum?
My Christmas gift?
Mm-hmm. You're going to turn around and say you've already got it.
Damn right I do. No, that's going to be the dream one day where someone's going to ask me a question, be like, "Well, I already have it."
Well, I've got my answer, so I'm gonna hit.
Go for your answer first, because
mine would be the original artwork to the Marvel Universe 1990 Black Cat.
Damn, you went original artwork, you beast. Okay, if we're going to go original artwork, by the way, I know who owns the 1990 Silver Surfer original artwork.
Oof.
By Tom, who joined our group. Tom, starts with an M, Morgan?
Oh, wow. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
He's in our group, right? I invited him. Or something like that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't connected the two because I'm not too familiar with all the artists on those.
No, I mean, it's wild. It's a hot minute. He never did any others. He did that one.
Wow.
But I know who owns that surfer thing. Original art.
I did go original art. I should have stuck it to trading cards, really.
No. We can do both. That's good.
Okay.
I have an original artwork. I would go original artwork. My original artwork would be Julie Bell, 1996 Marvel Masterpieces.
Oh, the surfer.
That's my surfer. I think other than the Hildebrandt surfer, which is another one I really love, which are people we should also invite and make exceptions for because they are on my list.
Yeah.
Just did not mention them. That would be an artwork that I would be very much inclined to marry and live on a desert island with.
I think your darling beloved would have something to say about that.
I would never. She's I'd pick
What
her
about-
over a painting every day.
Yeah. What about the cat and the dog?
Well, dog
they-
has to come. Otherwise,
Okay.
I think she would disown me.
Well, we've talked before about the fact the cat's expendable for trading cards, so
Well, yeah. I mean, she's on loan right now for that printing plate I got.
that's right.
But she'll come back in a year. But anyway, let's not talk about cats. Card-wise.
See, I didn't think of
Gonna
the card
go
one.
Red Spectrum, MM16.
Oh, of course, yes.
Just because I don't have the money to buy it, so it came as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really nice.
Mm.
Or all 8 of the plates from MM16.
Yeah, I'm saving up for you. I think mine then would be signed Marvel Beginnings Breakthrough Issues Amazing Spider-Man 194 cover, signed by, I think it's Al Milgram and someone else. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it's that one. You know the one?
Want the
We
dual
talked
sign?
about it. Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's not to love?
I know.
Yeah, that one, and I can't even find a picture of it on Google Images.
Wait, the Andrew guy doesn't have it?
No.
You
No, the
checked.
guy in Australia. Well, I didn't message him, but he's not got it on
It wasn't
Facebook.
lovely.
But the thing is, that's how scared. I can't find it on Google Images. So
You know
and
what?
I've looked.
I told you the Silver Surfer I got by Stan Lee, the breakthrough. I had a collector who's a very good friend of mine that had looked for it for over 10 years.
Wow.
No, not 10 years or ridiculous amount of
Yeah.
time. Maybe 8. Something
Yeah.
crazy. Something crazy amount of years. And no one's never come up until the one I got. I feel terrible, man. Those things, they're rare, but I'm surprised they don't pop up.
Well, it is out there. It is out there. It exists on this planet. So, one of these days, I might be able to smell it.
I gotta get you
Who
that
knows?
one, man. That's a
Who
good
knows?
one. I can hunt that down. That's
Yeah.
a big one. I didn't realize that was big.
But it's not a one of one. That's
No,
the thing.
but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
there
a
would have
great
been more than one of them,
piece
but
to
they are
have.
very scarce. So I mean, it could well be sat in a box of unopened product somewhere.
I don't know, man.
Marvel
Someone
Beginnings
had
Series
told
2.
me there's more than enough.
I just haven't seen it. So who
What
knows?
series was it? Series 1, 2,
Series
3?
2. It's B73. B for Beginnings 73. So it's the signed one of those.
B73.
So, yeah. So I will find it one day. One day I will find it.
One day.
So that would be mine, I think. Definitely.
That's a good one, man. I didn't realize you liked it like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it needs to be in my Black Cat trading card collection.
Yeah, that's 100%. I agree.
Because I think it's the only signed black.
Oh,
No, I tell it. No, I might be wrong. Actually, I've got Cal, and I always mess up your name, so apologies, sir. Cacao. I think is how you say it. So I've got the signed Fleer Ultra Spider-Man 2017 of his.
Right.
I don't have a Joe Jusko one from either the buybacks or the Silver Spectrum.
The MM16, yeah.
I don't have any of those. And I'd like those, don't get me wrong, but if I was going to take the Pepsi Challenge, then it would have to be the Marvel Beginnings card because that's signed by the guys who created Black Cat.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's like, I'm surprised they don't go for more money, to be honest. No disrespect to the Jusko autos, but I got to be honest, man, like first appearance covers plus the artists of the actual people randomly inserted, upper deck, certificate of authenticity, silver ink.
Yeah.
For me, that's the number one auto you have.
Yes.
For me. Like the Jusko Awesomes, those are great. But for me, those are the signatures to get. I agree.
So there we go. I'm kind of, I've eaten that big dinner. I'm kind of feeling a bit sleepy now. I won't lie to you. I might have to have a little nanny nap.
I understand.
But we've done well.
I think we've done extremely well.
What did you eat this Christmas Day? I forgot to ask what was on the menu. What is on the menu in your house, Norrin? What do you normally scoff?
So my wife cooks a huge meal for Thanksgiving. So for Christmas, we tend to go easy. And it's either Chinese or we did something else one year, which was really fun, but I can't. Sushi? I don't remember, but we went ham. Like we just go crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah, we just do fun
Sushi
stuff
on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun than you think. It's actually really fun. I don't know,
Okay.
something surprising. Yeah, I like the restaurants when no one's there. So like you go there on a holiday, and it feels bad that people are working. Like we don't go on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but you know what I mean. Like,
Oh, we do.
oh really?
We do. We haven't done it since my daughter was born, but we used to go out to dinner on Christmas Day. And it's actually quite nice because it means you didn't have to spend all those hours cooking and then cleaning up.
Yeah,
And you can actually just go out and get a little bit, a little bit squiffy, and
that's nice.
and just enjoy it. But this year we'll be in New Hampshire, and it will be cold, and there will be snow. So looking forward to that.
That's gonna be so much fun.
But yeah, last year we were just here, just the three of us, and it was nice. We did a little. My wife's vegetarian, so she doesn't have any of the meat, so we don't do a full kind of roast turkey or anything like that because it's just myself, and so I just do a little bit of chicken in the oven. Very nice. And we do the old roast potatoes and the glazed carrots, and my wife loves Brussels sprouts, but I can't stand them. I think they are the work of the devil.
Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, I can't do them.
They're good.
Oh no.
They have to be like, for me, they're like my wife figured out a way to like make them where like we're just in love with them. But yeah, I can understand that. The smell is not the best.
I can't do it. I can't do it. When I was little, I used to. My mum used to kind of say I had to eat them, so I used to stuff them down the side of the armchair.
Where they died with the pennies.
They died with the pennies and started smelling not shortly thereafterwards. Although the smell was still nicer than they were when they were Brussels sprouts.
That's fair. I can't stand cream and mushroom chicken. So.
Oh really?
Dude, it's so gross. I don't know what it is. Like my mother tried to make it, and I swear it moved. Food's not supposed to move, man. I swear I was sitting there, and it like just did this little wiggle, and I was like, "It's alive. I'm not eating this thing."
That's absolutely wonderful. We've really gone on a major segue. There's nothing to do with Marvel cards. It is to do about Christmas, however. So all I'm going to do is say there was someone that I know who's a vegetarian, but the kind of way they describe it is I won't eat anything that has a face. Which is kind of
that's fair,
so that applies to fish as well. But then I saw an advert, a van for a fish company, and the company was called Meat Without Feet.
That's a good one.
Which made me chuckle. I saw it on Twitter recently. Someone had retweeted it and said, "Surely this is the best business name in America."
That's pretty great.
So yeah, Meat Without Feet. So there we go.
I like it. Good rhyme too.
Everyone listening, thank you for listening. Whether it's your first episode or your 28th or whatever this is going to be when it drops, thank you for listening. Thanks for being an audience. This time last year, this thing didn't exist.
Yeah.
So, and now look, here we are. So
on top of the world, baby.
Thank you. Oh yeah. So we've got some cracking. I've got a short list of really interesting stuff I want to do in the new year for the episodes. We've got. I'm just going to reel this off now, just to get people's tails wagging and see if anyone wants to.
Let's do it.
See if I haven't even told you about some of these. I want to do an episode about printing plates.
Yes, please.
We've got to do one about printing plates. I'd love to have Kevin too, and I'd love to have Chris Mixer, who writes about sketch cards for Beckett and Non-Sport Update.
That's the one to do, man.
I want to do Sketch Card History Part 2, which will be Rittenhouse. So certainly, I don't think we'll do all of Rittenhouse in one episode because they did a lot of product. So I'd maybe like to break that up chunk that up maybe, or talk about various aspects of it. I want to talk about character collectors.
Me too.
Where the first, otherwise known as, someone in the group coined it Collector Club.
And
the first rule of Collector Club is you don't tell anyone else you're a collector of that character because everyone else puts the prices up. So
Yeah, man. I wish someone would have mentioned that to me. By the way, I
yeah,
screwed
we
on
broke
that.
that up. There's a fella who you'll know who's very, very active as a collector, very, very lovely guy, Stephen Vargas, and Stephen has said he'll come on, and we can talk about Vargas Quest.
That would be really fun.
So, which is Stephen's ongoing quest for promos that hide in magazines, that hide in comic books, that hide all over the world.
Such a good
And
hunt.
yeah, and speaking of promos, at the very top, when we started doing this thing, I said I wanted to do an episode called "In Defense of Promos," because they are kind of ceasing to exist in the Upper Deck era, and I have a bit of an issue with that. So I wanted to talk about that, and lots of other stuff, including EPAC's 101 Part 2. I've got
That'd
some
be awesome.
interesting suggestions from a few people that I'm not going to go into now.
Yeah.
And we also want to get more guests on. And as ever, folks, that's just difficult for us to do in terms of time zones and things. But we're going to try and actually schedule that a bit more. And obviously, you're busy with work and I'm busy with stuff. So we'll try and schedule that in a bit more and try and just get some more guests up in here. Just because I know you guys dig it. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of it. So 2019.
2019.
Yeah, mic drop. Thank you, buddy.
So
I literally
crazy. couldn't
do this without you.
Thank you, man.
This is fun.
Same.
This is a ton of fun. So have a great Christmas, mate. Whatever you get up to, and whatever food you decide to order in. In a moment, we'll be rolling roll VT, and we'll be rolling the end credits. But after the end credits, you will hear the delightful tones of a friend of the show, Jalen Warner, who is going to sing us out this evening. He's going to sing us out. Which so at this point,
angel, Jalen.
We will. I'm going to play it. What we'll do is we'll do our outro. You'll drop in the music and all that sort of stuff. We'll have that.
All that kind of cool stuff.
But I'm going to keep recording and we're going to play it. Just want to see your face when I play this. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast. You can subscribe via our home on anchor.fm/MCCP. Leave us a message via that link with questions, comments, or just to say hi, and we may even play on the show. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. Our podcast is at the MCC Pod on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find links on our Facebook page to the two groups MCCW, Marvel Card Collectors Worldwide, and MMC, Marvel Masterpieces Collectors. On Instagram, find us at MMCollectors and at Sketch Card Hive. The great music we use is called Rocket Power by Kevin MacLeod. Thanks to the collectors, artists, and creators who support the Marvel Cards Fan Collective. We'll see you next time, and remember, it's a small hobby but a fun one. Make mine Marvel and enjoy collecting.
Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm.
Oh my gosh, he's my hero. Holy crap. You are the best, sir.
Coming in 2020, Jalen will be on this podcast.
He needs to go on tour.
Expect the unexpected, folks. That's all I'm going to say.
Love it.
And as a final word, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Damn right it is.
Fight me, anyone who says different.
Yeah, I'm with Ian on this one, guys.